So it's as if it's important to have the different corners of the world together. And I can see that we're quite well covered. We've got at least 5 continents here, which is good. So welcome. Today's session is not being live cast on Facebook Live. I was guided not to do that. So it's here and it will be on YouTube as soon as Suzanne, who is here, and everyone is deeply grateful for her work with me in converting these recordings so that they are available on YouTube. So as soon as we are able to get the material to Suzanne, she turns it around very quickly. So you'll find it on YouTube. So today's session in the Beyond Meditation Human Vibe Attunement is going to be focused on the dental cavity, which is an odd surprise to find such a focus on the dental cavity. And usually I know that it's going to be 1 session, 2 sessions, 4 sessions. Right now I'm not being given how many sessions. So it all depends on how people work with it and how they allow the assimilation to take place. But also there is so much work that has been done on the dental cavity, which has caused certain physiological issues. So the rectification itself may take a little bit of time physiologically, in which case energetic compensation will need to be brought in. And that is probably the reason why I'm not being given an end date for how long it will be. We are going to begin. Everybody here has participated in the Human Vibe Attunement several times, so I'm not going to go into what this is about. I'm going to go straight in and see what chooses to come through. So, and I'll talk about the dental cavity as I'm guided to do the work. So get yourself comfortable, sit upright. Feet on the floor is ideal, and if you can't, then that's fine. If you need to lie down, be responsible for your own well-being. And now you can close your eyes. Imagine that the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. Imagine the middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. Drop your hands to the side. Just let them drop, shoulders drop. As the shoulders drop, rather than stooping forward, allow the shoulders to drop and just push the floor with your feet a little bit to such an extent that your back straightens up and you feel as if there's a little tug at the back of your crown that is stretching you. And you do that not by stretching your back, but by pushing at your feet, and that in itself will correct your posture. It's okay for you to rest your back against a chair. Imagine that the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. The middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. Your hands are dropped down, palms are facing forward, the fingers are a little bit stretched. The tips of your fingers are connected to the core of the earth. All of these are connected to the core of the earth with a golden cord. And that golden cord has got platinum, silver, and gold, and copper today. All of the frequencies of all of these materials or metals are going to be utilized in the work that we are doing. And it's a cord that is plated like a beautiful plating of the hair. And it just gives sufficient gaps in between the plates to have a very soft vacuum suction movement, but quite a firm one. No other metals are there. No other precious stones are there, no other crystals are there in these cords today. Now you can lift your palms and put them on top of your thighs. Your palms are facing upwards. In the middle of the left palm, you have the presence of the precious stone ruby. In the middle of your right palm is the presence of blue sapphire. It's called Neelam in India, in the Indian language. It's a very, very strong crystal for neutralizing negativity and accentuating positivity. It basically has an accentuation effect. So whatever it is that you're vibrating, Neelam or blue sapphire, accentuates that in a very strong way. It's a very, considered to be a harsh crystal. It's very rare and difficult to come by. The energetic frequency of that is in the middle of your right palm. You're going to start scanning. You're going to start scanning, going around in concentric circles, beginning with about 6 inches above the top of your crown. And you're going to go scanning in concentric circles. Scan from the front of your forehead, the back of your head, the front of your nose, the back of your head, the front of your chin, the back of your neck, the front of your neck, the back of the base of your neck, the front of your shoulders, the back of your upper shoulders, the front of your chest, the back of your upper back, underneath your shoulder blades, in your and your armpits, the front of your waist, the back of your middle back, the front of your abdomen, the back of your lower back, and everything in between, the front of your pelvic, the back of your hips, the top of your thighs, the back of your thighs, the front of your knees, the back of your knees, the front of your shin, the back of your calf muscles, the top of your ankles, the base of your heel, the top of your feet, the base of your feet, the top of your toes, the base of your toes, and the tips of your toes. The scanning action has become really rapid now, because the moment you draw the circle, each one of you is automatically scanning as the circle is being drawn. So I can already see very, very rapid release of energies that no longer serve you. It's happening very fast. We're going to go into where the shoulders form and the biceps begin. And you're going to draw a series of concentric circles around your upper arm, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the palm of your hands, and your fingers and your fingertips. And just allowing any energies that no longer serve you are being released right now, taken out from your fingertips. We've done the scanning so fast that the releasing is taking longer. But the scanning has already activated the release. So we're just going to stay in this place for a little bit of time. Hmm. About 2 feet below your feet, we have an emergence of a golden plank. Each one of us has that underneath our feet. And there is a really large one that is underneath our entire circle. All of us are standing in a huge circle that is connecting the 5 continents that are represented here in the participants. So you can imagine we have all of us connected in a circle, and everything that is in between is like as if it is in the center of our family constellation. The family of the beyond meditators. So the entire expanse of the planet that is there in between our circle, every living being, all the elements, all the 4 directions, they're all being infused with this clearing that we are all experiencing within ourselves, and we are each experiencing within ourselves. And this golden plank is like a sieve. It's a sieve of light, and it's sifting a light that is emanating from the center of our planet. I call it the sun that is the center of the core of the earth. All the phenomena that happen in the sun actually happen in this particular space that is there in the center of the core of our earth. And it's jutting out this very powerful golden light that is being sifted through this golden plank, and it is entering our physical bodies through the plank that is there beneath each one of us. And the plank that exists across our circle, this golden light is rising up, and it is infusing the rivers, the lands, the mountains, the trees, the animals, the insects, the humans. Life, and all living beings are being infused with this golden light. It's a very powerful healing light. It has the ability to propagate life, just like the sun's rays do. And as that light is rising through our cells, notice a warmth develop in the center, the nucleus of every cell that makes you up. There's that warming effect that is there. And as that warmth develops, it sparkles out. And it's as if each cell becomes the sun. And as that sparkle starts to beam out, you experience that phenomenon of sunrise in every cell. And as the sun starts to rise in every cell, the long-awaited warmth and aliveness and light is experienced, and it's as if, like a smile starts to beam out of every cell. And you can accentuate that by smiling yourself. Smile, smile, beam out that smile. And as you beam out that smile, you swallow that smile. So the smile connection that was made in the center of the cell, you start experiencing these multitude of smiley faces that are emanating from you. It's a very good reason why the face mask piece has come in, so that we actually learn to smile at a cellular level, not just from our mouth. So much of what has occurred to take that facade away. But this phase, this time is all about removing the facade, stepping out of the matrix into what's real. What's real is your smile is communicated through your cells. You're now filled with this golden light. It's beaming out of you, and there is a movement that has begun. It's a movement where there is this beautiful torus-like movement that is taking place. It's a three-dimensional, multi-dimensional movement of this light energy. And the brightness, the aliveness that it brings with it. They're all interlacing each other, and you are right in the center of that torus. That life force is being infused in you. We're now going to use this life force and the light to work within our dental cavity. First, I'm anchoring this experience in you by the 9-4-6 breath. So breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just as you return to regular breaths, some of you may have experienced loud crackling in your ears. That's just the middle ear cleaning out. You're now going to start breathing in and out. And you're going to breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. And you're going to breathe out gratitude and peace. When you breathe into your heart, love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion into your heart. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion into your heart. Breathe out gratitude and peace. You're now going to focus your attention on your solar plexus. And when you breathe in, you're going to breathe in all the way down to your solar plexus. You're going to take the breath in, it goes down your spine and comes out at the solar plexus. And from the solar plexus, from the front, it goes down to your sacral. And when you breathe out gratitude and peace, it's as if the breath is coming out of your sacral chakra, which is your navel point. So breathe in, the breath goes down the spine, into your solar plexus, down to your sacral. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. We're now going to focus our attention in our dental cavity. And the dental cavities, for some reason, Spirit is choosing to use the phrase dental cavity as opposed to the cavity of the mouth. And I think there's a nuance there. So we're going to allow that to be and work with the title of the dental cavity. There are specific centers in our body, which are centers that are foundational to connecting the dots between the different organs, connecting the dots between the different bodies that exist, the physical body, the ethereal body, the oral body, all of those. They also connect the dots between the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual presences in terms of well-being in the different organs. The dental cavity, not necessarily the entire cavity of the mouth, but the dental cavity, which includes all of your teeth, the depth to which the root canals go, the gums, the jaw bone, and the connection that every channel that exists in each canal of the teeth that has to the brain. That all of these things constitute the dental cavity. They happen to reside in the mouth, but the particular center that is a dot connector is the dental cavity. There's a lot of intricacies with which the dental cavity is created. Every part of our body that is a center like that, which connects the dots, there's a degree of intricacies that aren't fully understood by the science, by the development of science as we know it. And it doesn't matter. The bottom line is they exist in a full spectrum way. So even if it makes no sense to you, my invitation to you would be to just accept it for now, just to receive the benefit of the work. So you're now breathing in, allowing that golden light to go into your dental cavity. It's serving the function of that very targeted torchlight that the doctors sometimes use. So this golden light is going into your dental cavity, and it is illuminating those parts that are totally and completely perfect. And with this light, with this illumination, a spark is ignited where the different components that make up your dental cavity start to remember their originating intent. Dental work is one of the most common work that a lot of people have had done. So there are certain disconnects that have just been lodged every time certain types of dental work are done. There's a physiological disconnect that takes place. And so much of how the dental cavity works, it works as a result of that physical connection, the connection of the different channels of each root, of each tooth. They're connected directly to the brain. There are connections of certain root canals. The channels are in the roots of certain teeth, which connect directly to the heart. There are others that connect directly to our elimination organs. Each tooth has, I don't even remember the number, but I'm seeing a multitude of very, very fine channels. And those channels are physiologically existing. So when you have a bacterial infection, sometimes those bacteria go into those channels. So when a root canal cap is placed, that bacteria isn't gotten rid of. And people have all sorts of problems even after the root canal is done. So the root canal cuts off the nerve connection, doesn't necessarily kill the bacteria. So the bacteria remain in the canals. But by having the connection of the channels of each root of the teeth to the different organs, there is a way in which the body itself takes care of eliminating bacteria and fungus and any other infections. But when it is capped off, it is disconnected from that flow of life force energy that is sometimes required for that self-healing to take place. So what we are going to do is, everything is a vibration. Everything is a vibration. And vibrationally, there is a presence that can be reconstituted even where it doesn't exist. So for example, when people have their gallbladders removed, I know when I tune into them, when I'm doing some healing repair work, I bring in the energy of a healthy gallbladder, because energetically and vibrationally, the liver is ready for the gallbladder. Even if the gallbladder is removed, the energy signature of a gallbladder that was unhealthy stays with the liver, and the liver is constantly coping with that energy signature. So by bringing in the energy signature of a healthy gallbladder allows the liver functioning to return to its originating intent. So we're going to work in that way with the teeth. So even if you've had a huge amount of dental work done, give your body and your cells permission to energetically restore the energetics of the vibration of each tooth, so it is healthy and it is whole and complete in its entire construction, including the links to the different organs. They won't necessarily be physiological for those who have had work done. So it will take a little bit of time and some concerted diligence. In the work that we do, it happens instantly. What interferes is really the mind, a mind saying, no, no, this can't be, not yet. So by allowing, giving permission, you're giving permission to each tooth that you have, that you had, and that was meant to be but never occurred, like wisdom tooth. Some people haven't got their wisdom tooth yet. It was meant to be, but it hasn't quite come out. What we're doing here is returning each and every tooth that you were meant to have, so that your dental capacities own up and are present to the full complement of pristine health. In our presencing of these in their pristine health, we are invoking the originating intent of each tooth. There is a family of different types of teeth in our mouth. And yes, they have a different function. They also have a different connection to different organs in our body. So as you may have heard me say, and it is also commonly known, that certain foods are digested in the mouth. What completes a digestion process? Digestion is a three-part process: ingestion, absorption, and excretion. So when something completes digestion in the mouth, it completes the absorption and the excretion also. So the ingestion happens, the absorption takes place through these channels in each of the root canals of the teeth as they connect to the different organs. The excretion takes place when we swallow it after the absorption has taken place, and the swallowing basically directs it to our regular excretory system. So what I'm doing here, I'm literally activating a connection of your unconscious and your subconscious and your conscious presence to each tooth in its full complement, in its full presence, whether or not the tooth exists. For some, there will be some additional work that your body will do to bypass some of the implants that you may have. You don't need to worry about it. You just allow your body to give permission for that invoking and activation of the tooth energetics to come about in its full presence. And whatever may be in the way will be worked around by your body. There may be some additional flow of saliva in your mouth. Swallow it or spit it out, it's up to you. You will notice the difference in the connections that occur with your brain. Your brain will start to become sharper. As we bring back the presencing of the presence of each and every tooth in its full complement. As that is now starting to take hold, we are now going into your gums. And we are bringing the gums to a state where they remember their originating intent. So the gums are starting to tighten up around certain teeth. And as the gums return to their originating intent, some of the inflammation in the nerves, some of the collectives of bacteria that had built up, as well as plaque that might have accumulated, starts to break down. And your body by itself is going to start releasing it through your normal excretory channels over the next several days. The role today, the role of today's Beyond meditation was to bring about that connection and certainly start presencing each tooth in its full complement in your dental cavity. With that connection made, the originating intent invoked, the restructuring of your dental cavity activated, we are now going to give it the infusion of the highest vibe of our being, which is the vibe of our soul presence, expressing itself through the human form. So we're going to begin the human vibe attunement. And before we do that, we're going to anchor this connection with 3-9-4-6 breaths, and we're going to start the human vibe chant straight after. So breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The declaration of the human vibe chant is taking place with the coming together of your human form and your soul presence. The two together are chanting this, and they're chanting this because in their chanting, and speak it aloud, please. And it doesn't have to be very loud, it just needs to be loud enough so your tongue touches and puts the pressure at exactly the right places in your mouth. It creates a resonance which will support the dental cavity starting to be present much more rapidly than would otherwise have occurred. Repeat after me. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Take your left hand and put it over your heart. Take your right hand and just put it over your left hand. Allow yourself to just be. And as you allow yourself to just be, you notice a huge sphere forming just above your crown. It's a sphere of pearlesque white light. And this sphere is rotating, and this pearlesque white light is an additional infusion of cosmic wisdom. And that additional wisdom that has been downloaded into it is the wisdom that is required for the two realities to coexist in your consciousness. The reality of what you feel about your dental cavity now and what is, which is the complete perfection of the energetic presence of every element in your dental cavity. That's the wisdom that has been brought into this pearlesque white light. It's starting to rotate the sphere. We are bringing back into the sphere all energies that any of you have ever given out due to any medical procedure that might have been performed on you, particularly those that have experienced dental procedures, any other procedures, just that cellular memory that exists in us of the energy that we've given out as we've coped with the pain or anguished in the uncertainty. Those energies are being brought back into this pearlesque white sphere, and the sphere is rotating, and those energies are being healed. They're being healed, and a new influx of the miracle infusion, I call it, taking place as these energies start to presence themselves to the world as is, out of the matrix, a world that is wonderful, divinely guided, with a lightness of being colorful and miraculous. The sphere is now filled with all of these healed energies. It's a big dollop of life force and vibrant vitality that is about to be released into you. Open yourself up to receive as the sphere opens up on top of your crown and you experience this pearlesque white light traveling into every cell of your being. And it's a light that was infused with the coming together of the soul being in its innate vibe of limitless possibility, amplified with the vibrational frequency of love. Receive that life force into you. Allow your body to hold any excess that it might find of life force and aliveness, and give your body permission to create its own sprinkling system where this life force system is automatically sprinkled whenever you call for it, whenever you require it. In the meantime, your body is filled with this pearlesque white light. Take your hands in front of your third eye. Rub them against each other. We are really working on the pineal as we do this rubbing, generating our own electromagnetic vibes. Put them over your eyes. Take them on top of your head, the back of your head, either side of your neck, down your shoulders. Do an energy sweep. As the dental cavity starts to rebuild, those of you who meditate and as you participate in the Beyond meditations, you will start, because we all have our own unique illumination. We have our own unique colors that we sometimes see and often we don't. And as your own illumination starts to take hold and your dental cavity is starting to autocorrect itself, you may start seeing a nebula of amazing colors in your meditations. And just allow yourself to receive them, because they are all colors that are coming in to support that healing process for you. And there certainly are colors that will be necessary for the rebuilding and the upleveling of the dental cavity that we are working through right now. It was a very powerful session. Just allow yourself to experience it in your own way. And we have a group. Most of you are in the group. And if you're not, then send me your number. And I will make sure that you are added to that group. And it would be great for you to share what you saw, what occurred. And also it's the place where you can ask questions. So now I invite you to share your one word. The human vibe attunement is complete, and I would love for you to share your one word or one sentence that you are present to, with which we will complete this call. In the meditation towards the end, I had a lot of energy go up my spine. Yesterday, I had felt a muscle spasm in the same area. Thank you. It is very powerful. It's like it's a life force energy. They call it the Kundalini rising. And that is the experience you've had with this. Thank you for sharing. Yes, hello, Mary. Love to London. Stunningly potent. Much love and gratitude. Celestial rainbows. Joy. Reborn. Yes, grateful. In touch with the depth of my being. Illumination. Exquisite experience. Indeed, wonderful feeling. Light, silence, shift, self-radiation, self-realization. Gratitude, so grateful, incredible, thank you so much. Clarity and fearlessness, rejuvenation, lots of emoticons of namaste and heart. Energetic, heavily grounded, sweet energy. Have been dealing with tooth things of late. This is wonderful. Yes. My dog is in deep meditation. Yes. Unlimitedness, alignment, biodynamic. Yes. A new facet to biodynamic, Mary. Radiant, holistic, full spectrum health. Stillness. The words that I'm present to are majestic magnificence. And I look forward to seeing you all, higher frequencies, yes. I look forward to seeing you all at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. and that is 6 a.m. for us tomorrow morning in India. We are dedicating this session to the unanswered questions. And we have such an amazing collection of questions that have come through. So I look forward to what chooses to come through in the answer to these questions. Thank you all. Thank you.